qui sont douilles dans chaque couleur, sans sourire. Si nos pulsations jouent à contre-temps, mon amour reste à temps.
XboxEra. We're an independent, community-funded publication focused on providing the best coverage and discussion of your favourite platform, Xbox. With best-in-class forums, a kick-ass Discord server, and awesome merch, XboxEra.com is your destination for the best news, reviews, and features focused on what you care about. With shows like the XboxEra podcast, headlines, and a whole heap of Patreon-exclusive content, we're proud to be an independent publication completely funded by you. If you value having an outlet truly focused on your preferred place to play, you can become one of the cool kids by supporting us directly via Patreon. Just head to patreon.com/XboxEra. You get cool swag and awesome perks, and we get to keep doing what we do. Become a part of the best Xbox community on the internet and help us grow even larger. Thank you for your support. Everything XboxEra does is only made possible by the growing army of incredible Patreon supporters. Our MVPs and executive producers are all incredible people, but even more so are our grand benefactors, Croat56, Assassin, and Kevin S. All of this under the watchful eye of our lovely and benevolent CEO, Torn Raptor. If you want to become part of one of the best communities on the internet, head to patreon.com/XboxEra, where your patronage can help keep us alive for another month. And welcome to another episode of Headlines, XboxEra's twice-weekly show that covers all of the latest and greatest from across the video game industry. In the spirit of that industry, we talk about all of those lovely platforms from PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC, and mobile, if there's a relevant story out there. Today's date is September 4th, 2025. I'm your host, John, and joining me, as always, is reviews editor Jesse Norris.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. I make sure that even though I've got, God, was it 22 hours in a day and a half in the main topic of our show, that I still get 8 hours of sleep.
That's good. It's better than I slept last night. Had a rough couple of nights of sleep. Don't know why. Getting old.
Too much cocaine.
Things. Yeah, that too. Horrendous habit. It's where all the money goes. Anyway, we're joking. Don't do that. Don't do that, kids. Yeah, lots to talk about this week. Before we do, just a little bit of housekeeping and pointing you guys towards some lovely, lovely content that you may have missed. First up, we have a review for Metal Eden, which has arrived on PC and consoles earlier this week. Our own Gyozo Baki reviewed this one.
I think it's like Gyozo. I can never say it right, but it's weird. Because obviously, it's like Gitz.
He's not Italian. He's Hungarian.
I know, but that's how he said it to me when I asked him how you pronounce it, and then he said, "Don't worry about it." I was like, okay.
Well, Fairy
so
Empire.
It's like
there you go. Gamer tag. I'll do the gamer tag bit.
Genghis or Chenghis, because the name is actually supposed to be Chenghis, but so many people say Genghis that I think he doesn't care.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But anyway, Metal Eden, it's like a little bit of Doom Eternal meets The Ruiner. And is quite good, if not a little bit short.
I am shocked at how short it is, because I played that demo for an hour. How is the demo an hour, but the whole game's only 4?
Yeah, he cleared it pretty quick. So, but he still liked it, and obviously there's opportunity there for the developers to add stuff. So we'll see. You know, it can happen. Elsewhere, we have your review of Kronos, The New Dawn, which is out now.
Which is a phenomenal
early
game.
Access.
I had somebody tell me I was wrong. It was not early access, no. I had somebody tell me I was wrong, and that it's definitely not their best at Bloober, because Silent Hill's better. It's like, you haven't played it, unless you're a fellow reviewer. So I always find those comments funny. You might not find it to be better. I, as someone who wasn't that big on the actual like gameplay of Silent Hill 2, appreciated their fixing up graphically and some of the story stuff and all that. But I think Chronos overall is a better game, and it's fantastic, and I am shocked at some of the low scores it has gotten. I guess I shouldn't be too shocked. There's some people who still hate them over the medium, but man, there are some really low scores on Chronos mixed with a lot of very high ones. I'm on the higher side. I thought it was great. Like, that game was an 83 with the first 30 reviews, and it's gone all the way down to a 77 after like the next 30.
Nostalgia is a hell of a drug for folks. It's an odd one. Like, I read a review earlier that was like, I don't like survival horror games, and this is one of those. I'm like, why are you reviewing it then? Like, straight away, like, they literally said effectively, we're starting from the back foot on this one, and I'm like,
that shouldn't matter.
The game is what it is, man.
Yeah,
like, what are you talking
like,
about?
I don't review RTS games because I don't have the patience for them. But like Crusader,
no, you should review them and give them 3s because you don't like the fact that it's an RTS.
Like, I think I gave Crusader Kings 3 and 9 because it's the best I've ever played of one of those. I didn't enjoy a second of it. I found it dreadfully boring. But I know the people who like those types of simulation games, especially super weird ones where you can go full on incest and friggin' marry 3-year-olds, because that is how history has gone in the real world. Like, it's as good as those can get. So it's real weird to ding a game because it's the type of genre that you don't like. But what can I say?
Odd way of approaching it. But congrats to Bloober team for what, by all accounts, is a very stellar game. I was on Xbox 2+1 with Rand and Jez earlier this week, and Jez just can't help himself. He's gushing, and I believe he's giving it a solid 5 stars out of 5. But yes, elsewhere there's also a quick look, an impressions piece, not a full review, of Atari's new release, Adventure of Samsara, from the new member of the team, Steve, aka Scripted. So you can go jump into that. There's a lovely video with his calming and soothing vocals, just chilling us all out.
The very light Australian accent, unlike Nick.
It's nice.
Nick's talking
it's
like
nice.
this, saying it's not a knife.
And yeah, I think the only other thing we had go out today. Oh no, well, yeah. Do you want to talk about Borderlands 4? I mean, it's the head of the show. Let's talk about that.
So, I mean, you might have noticed some, I don't know, crying annoyance that we didn't have it. Turns out now we do.
Yeah, down to the wire.
Yeah, so the got it a couple days ago, a day and a half ago. This preview sections, I saw somebody say it's an hour in. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, one preview was like, I played for an hour. Here's the preview section. Like, man, it takes like, I didn't get to the preview section until like 12 hours in. If you actually, whatever. But so we can talk about. Well, I have a double preview, so I'm in rare company, and I'm thinking that's probably why we weren't originally in, is because we had already previewed it, and this was the preview time. Though it is the full game, so having it sooner is better than having it after all this. But whatever, I digress. I can't complain anymore. Obviously, we got it. This preview area, which both of us have played, John, so we can both talk about it. You can't talk about the Gamescom part that I played, though. So Gamescom, I did a vault and saw the open world. The vault was all wave based and had a big boss at the end that I ran out of time and couldn't get to. The open world stuff is very, from the little tiny bit I got to see as a low level in the first section, it feels very single player / co-op Destiny and Halo Infinite. This whole game is unabashed in how much it is okay with making you think of other games while you're playing it, because they very obviously took inspiration from them, from the movement and feeling of Doom Eternal to having like the grappling hook to yoink in barrels and throw them like Halo Infinite.
Oh, it's okay. I was about to say, like, are you putting content up, like video for people to watch, and you just are now?
Oh, so. Yeah. I was letting us talk a little. Sometimes I feel like they like seeing the face a bit.
No one likes to see my face.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, same for me. But Yeah, so Borderlands 4 has some of the movement and stuff from Doom Eternal while being a lot smoother. It's not slow at all. It's a game that seems very happy to pretend like Borderlands 3 never existed. This wants to be the sequel to Borderlands 2 that mixes the more mature tone of 1 with some of the humor of 2. I'm playing as Vex the Siren. In your gameplay, you're playing as the ex-soldier man. There's also Eamon, the Forge Knight, who I played as in the Gamescom footage, and his friggin' ability was not working, the Forge shit holding F, so stop yelling at me in that footage. But yeah, so for what we can talk about, you can only talk about this mission, which is just a bunch of combat. Can't show the boss.
I also haven't done this mission,
No,
so I will just say...
I was pretending you had, now you can't say anything.
4.
Yeah.
I'm playing Borderlands 4, I can say that.
Yeah, I mean, you could have just talked about the gameplay and stuff if you had pretended you played it, but whatever.
I agree with everything he said.
Yeah, so as you see there, I yoink in a barrel and then I throw it, like straight out of Halo Infinite. Like, this game is very happy being a really good Borderlands game so far, with clear inspirations where, like, they've talked about how the world has world events and world bosses and shit that just shows up, kind of like the public events in Destiny. You've got a lot of the movement stuff from Doom Eternal alongside a hover pack, so every time you jump you can just hold jump and just hover an incredibly long distance. It seems like it's going to be real big. Like, as I said, it took me over 10 hours to get to this mission, but also it is non-linear, where I could have chosen to go after this guy or gone to the other 2 areas and then come back for this guy later. Like, it's not as linear as it has been in the past. Having a great time so far this mission, unfortunately. I had the boss fight in there and then read the embargo fully and realized at one point under some pictures it says you can only show this for the boss fight, which is he's there, here's his cutscene, and he's dead. This is what it looks like. That's it. I couldn't show the actual fight. It was a fight of a boss where you shoot him a lot, in case you were wondering. But yeah, so Borderlands 4, little preview up.
PR rules are weird.
I think they just don't want the fight spoiled, like the mechanics and all that work. So I get it, but like they said you could do up to an hour on the video, and I could have beaten this mission in like 12 minutes if I hadn't really taken my time. And this is the only thing we could show. So I don't think they realized how short this part of the mission was. But yeah, the basic, I can think we give the basic story setup. It takes place entirely on a planet called Kairos. Every single part of this game is in this one enormous map. It looks like it might have, like, I've gone through some areas that I think it's going to change a little bit. I don't think you ever go anywhere else. I don't remember them ever talking about that or seeing anything. So everything, this mission is in that first initial area. And then there's multiple more I haven't gone to yet. I've pretty much just been clearing out the first, which I did a bit in the Gamescom, where you do get the Sparrow for Destiny, pretty much. You've got this, you can call it in, little floaty motorcycle thing whenever you want when you're in the open world. I can't have any of that footage because that was from Gamescom. I didn't get to record that part. But yeah, I am all in on Borderlands 4. It's pretty much all I'm going to be doing. Game comes out on the 12th, so you can expect a review from myself with probably some words and stuff from Jon closer to that launch. This preview is 21 minutes long, and I think I talk for the first 4 or 5 minutes, and then you can just watch the rest of the mission.
If you want, I'll grab some gameplay of the character I'm playing at, so you can mix it up a bit.
Nope, because it'll be ultra wide and then it'll look bad.
No, I'll change my res.
Wow. Well, yeah, then absolutely.
Just for the recording, you know.
Yeah, nice thing they've talked about as well. Once you beat it, you can then create a level 30 character of a different class right away and not have to do the whole leveling process again, which is neat, especially for these games, because they've talked about the whole end game system and all that type of stuff. So I'm going to be locked into this one probably for a very long time. I have no idea exactly how long it's going to take to beat it and see all the end game, but I'm going to try and do that, and then I'll get Forge Knight and Gravatar Lady footage as well. It's probably going to be a meaty review.
chonky boy.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, you can go check out that video on our YouTube channel and obviously via XboxEra.com right now. Finally, I can also talk about my last preview, the last thing that I went to go and see, or that I had to write about from Gamescom,
That
which
everyone took videos of, but then could not say they saw, which is so weird. Hey, look, here's this car at the 007 First Light booth.
Yeah, and here's the IOI duck that they gave us, and this was in there, and my partner who was with me was like, steal a duck, and I'm like, just chill, I'm not going to steal a duck unless they don't give us a duck, and then I will try and barter for a duck. She's got a thing for rubber ducks. The good news is they did give us all a duck. But yeah, they had effectively a small cinema booth type presentation. So, grab some popcorn and sit down and watch pretty much everything that you guys watched yesterday. If you watched Sony's 007 Focus State of Play, where they deep dive into kind of what IOI's take on the Bond franchise is. I think like surface level, I'm in. This is you can clearly see the Hitman DNA in some of the more open Hitman style missions. The gameplay that they showed off yesterday was focused on us breaking into the Grand Carpathian Hotel. And there's crowds and there's stuff to kind of move around and explore. And you've got to find your way in, trick security, and you're going to have tons of options to achieve those objectives, be it knocking someone out or finding a path in or stealing a key card or whatever. It's all very Hitman in that regard. But then they kind of pull back a bit and they give you epic car chases with driving scenes. They give you some pretty chonky third-person combat with close quarter takedown mechanics and other bits and pieces. It all looks very pretty. The performance that we've seen in this B-roll and that I saw of the event was a little bit on the iffy side. And this is captured on a PS5 Pro. So, fidelity, resolution, great. But
still
wasn't great
CPU.
seeing that.
Yeah,
the frame rate was struggling. But this is early days. It's not out till March next year. But I definitely want to play it. This is a new take on Bond. He's young, he's brash, he's not the lead guy. He's part of a team. He's being the chauffeur for this mission. It looks interesting. So I'm definitely keen to get actual hands-on with it when the time comes.
You want to know something interesting, John? If you type
what?
Hollow Knight Sill, then Silk Song comes up. If you type anything else in the Xbox app, it does not come up. But
do you know what's even worse?
Just that, you can get it, and then you can click it and install it.
Silk Song has crashed Steam and apparently Xbox Live.
Yeah, so I got in, and it's installed on there. I could play it right now without having to do anything else. Take that, crashing.
I mean, that's pretty bad, but also good for Team Cherry. But like, also from my pure subjective viewpoint, I don't get it because like I personally have played better Metroidvanias.
Well, the first game was very good. I gave it an 8, and people wanted to kill me.
Didn't really like it.
Like it has major issues, especially with how slow it was to start. So hopefully they avoid that here, because once you get to a certain point and have certain abilities, it's one of the best. But it takes a while to get there, and people be like, "Oh, it takes me 2 hours to get there." It's like, yeah, because you know exactly where to go and what to do. That's it. Like if you know where to go and what to do and use a guide, most games are a very different experience than if you're playing it on your own. But this looks good. This looks like an evolved, very different take on a lot of their Hitman systems. I know a lot of people are like, it's just Hitman, but Bond is like, no, if you've played enough Hitman, this seems pretty different. Like, Hitman is just a big sandbox and almost nothing else, but it's one of the best sandboxes ever made. So that's enough. This is obviously much more driven and cinematic, and while I bet you they will have their Hitman and their IO sandboxy DNA in there, it's going to be a very different overall experience as far as the actual game goes.
Yep. I'm surprised, to be honest, that there are so many people watching right now. Like, 78 is not a massive number. Please all do hit the like button, seeing as you're here. Maybe it will go up because Silk Song isn't playable right this second because it's crashed the Xbox system and all of that jazz.
Yeah, like even just having this car chase immediately, it's something they've never had in a game like Hitman. Oh, poor
Nope.
fruit stands. I didn't see the fruit individually explode though, so the game's terrible. That's ape law. We can't control that. He was going too fast. I couldn't see the fruit, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, it's very pretty, but yeah, like I have questions about how good this driving is going to feel.
Mhm.
But hey, let's see how it all shakes up. Either way, I'm definitely throwing my hat in the ring to review this one.
I did give. I threw down the gambit. You have to have played all of Hitman: World of Assassination, every single mission.
I mean, I played a lot of Hitman: World of Assassination.
Well, that's
Maybe
probably
not
good enough then.
lots, but
As always, it will depend on timing, but otherwise, I'm sure it'll probably be yours.
yeah, I mean, I mean, if only so I can talk like this and do, be a posh Brit and share my thoughts on what I think about the dated character of James Bond.
The
and how
vicious,
perhaps-
misogynistic murderer.
Perhaps I have updated some of those sensibilities.
You mean sometimes a woman doesn't deserve a good... I can't do the whole Sean Connery
give her a
quote.
little slap.
Yeah.
Just give her a little slap, Sean Connery, man.
Oh, boy.
He was a character.
He's an asshole.
Oh man. But yeah, there you go. Looks cool. Want to play it?
Yep.
Yeah, Silk Song has definitely brought down Xbox Live. Like I'm trying to just see if I can look at it.
For
and
all
I
the
found
people
it on
who
the
are
store.
wondering, why are games avoiding Silk Song? It is the GTA of indies because it's had 7 years of hype. Doesn't mean it's going to be like the bestest thing ever made. I bet you it's going to be really good because the first game was. But the hype surrounding it reached a fevered pitch that few other things have been able to. Unfortunately, Ursel was not able to get off of work, and he has the beginning of school. So I have told him, if he doesn't have a review
he was
out...
finished with school.
Yeah, it starts back up every freaking time, though. If he doesn't get that review done, preferably by Monday, fired. No more money for him.
Yeah, it's not good.
never
It's
got
not
a
good.
He's never got a penny before, but and he'll definitely never get another one.
Yeah, damn straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about video game news.
Let's
now
talk about
that I think
happy
we
news.
talked
Oh
about
shit! No, almost
all
happy
games.
news.
Yeah. Take-Two and Xbox apparently, reportedly, allegedly, almost made a deal to try and save Perfect Dark. This is a funny one to me because Jesse and I spoke a little.
Yeah, you told me about it a long
a little
time
bit
ago.
about this like 3 weeks ago. Just like, hey, this is going around, and Jason Schreier's in with the scoopy scoops. Yeah, Take-Two nearly did it. Apparently pulled out because Microsoft perhaps were making some interesting demands with regards to the IP and
Oh yeah,
and
I'm guessing
ownership.
they didn't want to sell the IP because IP is everything.
Yeah. There you go. How do you feel about this, Jess? Do you think it would have been a good thing to have seen this saved? Like, what do you think the mindset of Xbox was here?
They didn't want to keep paying for it. It wasn't in the best shape. It was, if the rumors are true, and they're pretty much told you got to cut some costs, and then they chose these things because they weren't in the best shape or they were further away. I would have liked to see it saved, of course. I do think it's still a massive struggle for any single player only thing that's very expensive to ever be worth it for these companies now. We've lucked out that a lot of them panicked after live service was tough and went, shit, let's go back to what we know. But unless the scope is done correctly, which it definitely was not for this game, this was the height of, we've got a ton of money, we're throwing it at all the talent in the world, and all that talent's going to come together and argue and not have anything be ready to show for like a decade at their pace. And so we're going to then pay for Crystal Dynamics, who are very expensive, to try and save it. And it doesn't work out. And eventually we finally give up and people lose their minds. And I get it. I remember people just getting furious last week when the job losses at Crystal Dynamics were talked about, and it was tied to this deal falling through. So I definitely would have preferred it did happen, but with everything that people like Matt Piscatella and so many others have been telling us about the video game industry for a while, I am not at all surprised that it did not happen. As cool as this game looks, it has zero chance of making the money that would make it worth it in most executives' eyes. Just the reality of the industry, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm apologies if I seem distracted. I'm trying to write up a quick news story that
About
the release of
everything
Hollow Knight
blowing up.
Silksong
Yeah.
has caused its crash because, people would find that entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta stay alive.
You're going to be seeing more and more articles from us than ever because that's the only way to make any money, unfortunately. Though, we don't give in on the clickbait still.
No,
Proud of that.
Never in life. Never in life. I want Perfect Dark to exist as it was, but it doesn't. And I've spoken about this a little bit on Xbox 2+1 with Jez and Rand. We had a brief chat about it. And I know that this is a hot take, and not even a hot take, but perhaps a frowned upon opinion. But like when all of that kicked off and people have been like, no, it's the executive leadership that should go. And I'm like, yeah, I understand the premise, right? As a consumer, I totally get it, right? Fuck all the millionaires. But if I was in charge of those teams and a team had been working on something for 5 years, 7 years, whatever, and they had milestones and they consistently weren't meeting them, at some point it is the leadership's job to pull the plug. And when people say make leadership answer, well, they did. Their studio was closed down.
Like
and
that
was
was the thing where people keep losing their minds about 343. And I'm like, man, they fired everyone at 343 and completely rebuilt the studio in response to the issues they had after 4, 5, and Infinite. Like they did the thing. They just didn't make a big show of it, I guess. So people don't realize. I don't know. It's always where people both want accountability and then get furious at accountability. Like they want both, but the accountability can only be the very top of the top, even though we all know the top of the top are the ones who do the firing way more than get fired.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the people below the very top of the top got fired or moved on. What do you want from me?
Yeah, it's a bit shit, but there you go. Next up in news, and Jesse's going to be super proud and pleased for this because his jingoism is off the charts. Call of Duty's getting a movie, bro.
The game heavily inspired by movies is getting a movie that will then heavily inspire more games. Like Call of Duty's thing for a long time has been trying to be that you're playing a movie. Oh, there's a lady just got shot in the head. Forgot about that scene. God, how's that guy so bad at shooting? He shoots at the main character 30 times before I can even look at him and shoot back. So hopefully the movie's like that, where it's just dumb. If it's going to be a Call of Duty movie, it's got to be good, dumb fun with a mix of bad American guys versus that are screwing over the good American guys. Now, if they want to be really Call of Duty, bad American guys got to win. But the bad guys winning has become a Call of Duty trope that we can't give up. You know, if you're going to do your Makarov and you're just going to blow up an entire airline or airport full of people, you're going to be massacring women and children. It happens in the real world a lot lately. So you're going to be a realistic movie or you're just going to be big dumb? It's going to be big dumb Hollywood fun. I
think it's going to be a pretty normal action mil-sim type movie with a crazy plot. Globetrotting.
Is it Black Ops? Black Ops is the biggest part of there now. It's bigger than Modern Warfare. And Black Ops is super psychoanalyst, crazy, weird mind shit.
Personally, I would be I'd be aiming for getting Captain Price and Ghost and Soap McTavish and that's the crew I want. But then it becomes
boring. They're
a British
really boring.
patriotism music.
Yeah, they're also really boring characters.
Screw you, man. Price rules.
Like their powers are looking interesting, pretty much,
and being efficient at murdering folks.
Yeah, like the Black Ops stories are actually interesting, whereas the Modern Warfare stories are just patriotism.
Yeah. There you go. Don't know.
Yeah.
Paramount and Activision teaming up for a Call of Duty movie. It's a thing. It'll probably make loads of money.
I am curious when the worm, because Hollywood is very avoid the whole situation in Gaza right now. I'm very curious if to try and be different when they start going there. When are you far enough away? Because I mean, people are still actively being slaughtered nonstop. So when are you far enough away to make some, you know, big dumb movie about it? I'm gonna guess it won't be in time for this. But if anyone was gonna try something super edgy, it feels like it would be Call of Duty story.
Ugh, I don't know. I hate the idea of it.
Yep, it should. It's real bad.
But I mean, also it'll probably just be a dumb fun gun movie or a boy movie, as my missus likes to call them, and I will watch it and enjoy it. So
yeah, you like that shitty John Cena Idris Elba movie that I thought was dreadful.
It was fun, man.
I thought it was so bad.
You need to cheer up.
I watched it and I was like, this is so dumb.
Yeah, it was dumb. Dumb fun. I didn't say
I
it
didn't
was
find it fun though. It was just dumb. And I like both those guys.
dead inside, mate.
I'm not.
Next up in news, there are 3 new Xbox controllers coming. And they aren't cheap, but they do look really pretty.
Yeah.
And I kind of want them.
If only they'd seed them to us like they do all the creators.
How dare you?
Well, we're not creators, so we don't get that type of stuff.
No.
But you get the Breaker special editions. So you have the Icebreaker. And they're like a different, like semi-translucent in places, I think is a big part of these, which is why they're $80 US instead of like the 65 they used to be. I think controllers have gone up though because of tariffs. Sorry, market conditions. We don't want to say the T word and get people mad. So you got your Icebreaker, you've got your boring Stormbreaker, which is just like black and gray. And then you've got the best looking one that everyone would agree, which is the Heartbreaker, which is your magenta and your lavender and your sky blue. I don't know. Women know a lot more colors than guys tend to. They would just call it pink and purple and blue. And then ladies would roll their eyes at us because it's a lot of different shades.
Yeah,
Heartbreaker is real pretty. I would like to get that one for the missus, especially after our kid completely annihilated her really good looking one that I bought her a few months ago. She never even got to use it once, and now it's got unrepairable stick drift because the kid just mashed in the left stick so hard.
Yeah, I foolishly I didn't know, but then my son just started playing with my very, very rare Sea of Thieves limited edition controller. It's lost all of the rubber on the left stick now, much to my anger. Yeah, never mind. That's life.
Oh, you know, there's one thing I'm going to add in right now that I completely forgot about because it happened a bit late last night, but Sophie Turner will play Lara Croft in the Amazon show. Sansa from Game of Thrones, as well as multiple other things since then. Good actress. Showed off that she was getting ripped a few weeks ago on Instagram, and people started yelling, Lara Croft! Turned out, yep, she's getting ripped for that. About as good casting as you could hope for, I think. A good actress who is actually British. She might not have giant triangle boobs that people are used to from the old games, but, you know, I think it'll work.
Yeah. I don't really rate Sophie Turner much as an actress. I thought she was the worst daughter of the stars.
She's supposed to be. That is the character.
But like also like I don't find any of her, like when she was trying to be menacing, I was just like, eh.
Yeah, but the show's writing had really fallen off the hill by that point.
But yes, hey, it's been a couple of years. Let's see what's happening. I don't
she's
know
been
how
in
I
other
feel about
stuff, and
Tim
she's
Ray's
been pretty
TV
good.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't rate her in X-Men either. Now I think I don't know. Let's see.
But it's a horrible X-Men.
Yeah, it was. Next up, yeah, tell me about this one, Jesse, so I can finish this article. What's going on with Helldivers 2, which has had a new update and is out now and has got some bugs that you can shoot and bugs in the game.
Favorite analytics firm, Alinea Analytics, has come out with a statement about Helldivers 2 nearing 1 million sold. It was like 960,000 on Xbox in their estimates. So that would be a lot more than the 600 or so thousand that it supposedly had on the first 6 days on PlayStation. So according to Alinea Analytics, who lots of people in the industry do use and trust, Helldivers 2 is outselling on Xbox in its first 6 days compared to its first 6 days on PlayStation. Both lag pretty far behind PC, because as we have known for a while, that game's main player base has been a very hardcore PC bunch over on Steam. So this is the new console war fodder. Also, a lot of dipshits are trying to say, oh, now PlayStation's dominating the Xbox store. I was like, sure.
I appreciate keeping that same energy, to be fair.
Yeah, that they've got the best-selling game on the platform. Now you guys should expect a lot more to come over. Which is the thing we kept trying to tell people, like, it's only 4 games. I was like, yeah, but Sea of Thieves is selling like fucking crazy. They're going to do a lot more. And then Forza Horizon 5 has upped its player count by 10 million since going over there. How many of those are
50
PlayStation?
million now.
Yeah, how many of those are PlayStation? I don't know, but seeing the sales numbers and the download numbers on there, probably a lot. So expect more and more ports to Xbox, because Xbox players buy games just like anyone else, which we've all known for a while. It is only good news for us who like having games to play where we want to play them. Also, if they have 6 games at the same time in the top 10, then it will be the same. Like there are levels of it. When it was just Sea of Thieves up there, you didn't get the stories about Xbox dominating the PlayStation store. It's when they had 4, 5, or 6 games in like the top 10 or 20 that people started making the jokes. So it's still not the same. But Helldivers 2 is great.
Helldivers 2 is great. I fucking love that. Love that game. And I think that is officially my most viral review. That apparently I should have. You can't complete Helldivers, so like I should have just played like whatever set number of hours.
You only played only 6 hours. They're famous for them, ain't they, bruv?
Yeah, as we're chasing clicks.
Yeah, this game that you have many dozens of hours in, and then play a whole bunch of on the new port platform.
But then also, like, you didn't check the Series S version. I was like, I did really briefly, but it's up in my son's room, and I'm not Digital Foundry, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not plugging in performance monitors.
Yeah, we normally
I was
just
like,
play it on
works.
Series X, because that's where I played it. I don't give a shit about playing it everywhere all the time. I don't. Guess what? My Borderlands 4 review is much like Chronos, only going to be on PC, because they are not giving out any console code until launch. So either you don't get a review, or you get a PC review. I had one guy yelling at me about it, and I replied and I said, man, I don't know what else to say other than there's still no Xbox code for Chronos, and it's out on the 5th. Like, if you didn't want a review, I could have just not reviewed it. Otherwise, I have no choice. I'm not saying please give me PC code. I'm saying there's only PC code. That's it. People get mad.
Yeah. People shouldn't get mad. Like, relax. It's going to be okay. Okay. What else? Oh, there's a new PS5. It's worse than the existing ones. Why is this a thing? What's going on?
So when the original PS5 hit, it had 825 gigs of storage and 640 gigs usable. Then when the new Slim hit, it went up to 1 terabyte overall, and with a couple hundred gone. And now it seems they're going back to the 825, according to Billbil-Kun, who said there's a new digital Slim SKU coming. Same price, I believe, but with lower storage. Again, back to what it used to be. To, I guess, keep it from going up even more. Because, again, tariffs. They are just a tax on us. And companies are not going to pay for them when they can avoid it. The end.
Yeah.
So prices, instead of going up for Sony, they're lowering their costs. They're giving you less.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I put the Fallout camp notes in there, but I don't know. It was just, there was less news back then. We don't have to do it. I don't actually know anything about it. There's a new Fallout patch coming.
There is. That's right. It's revolving around being able to like remove some of the existing restrictions from building and stuff, and making your camper, you know, a cozy home, I suppose. That's cool. You know, it's all good. Right, I've written that news story now. Whew. Sorry about that. It's just doing the thing. You know, like I hate having to work on a story and talk at the same time because it's really hard to talk and write something completely different that you're not talking. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like having two brains and two trains of thought going off in two separate directions. But yeah.
Ladies are normally better at doing that type of stuff. Like Amanda can be writing up things for work and having a normal conversation with me, but if I'm doing something for work, I have to stop doing it if I'm going to have a conversation with her.
Yeah. Anyways, next up in news.
Makes me happy, this next one, if it's true.
Yeah, so Batman Arkham Shadow is the VR Arkham
second
game,
best
right?
VR game I've ever played behind Half-Life Alyx. I would have loved to have reviewed it, but they gave it to me at launch, sadly not before. We're not a big VR channel, so I get it.
No, it's a niche of a niche anyway. But yeah, apparently the voice actor for Batman in that game has said that there's a sequel in development. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. It was spotted by UploadVr. We're friendly with one of the guys that works over there. Christ. Now I feel bad. I can't remember his name. I met him at Gamescom myself in pre-drag. Henry... Christ. He's British, like you. Man, I feel bad. I want to actually say his name. I don't know if this was his story. I just know he works at there. Henry Stockdale? Yes, Henry Stockdale, who works at UploadVr and also does Rewinder and some other stuff. Shout out to him. But Batman Arkham Shadows VO, who I believe was the one who said this, also voiced Batman in Arkham Origins. Is a good Batman voice, and Arkham Shadow was a great game with the jumping between being Batman and being his prisoner persona as you're going around Arkham a whole lot. It looks real good for being a Quest game. God, how I wish it was on Steam VR, because it would look amazing as a full-on Arkham game. I bet you it would be stunning. Well, as stunning as VR can be, because you still need to get 120 FPS consistently. But yeah, I loved Arkham Shadow. I thought it was great. It's Half-Life Alyx, Arkham Shadow, and then Asgard's Wrath 2 for me. And the latter two are Quest only, which makes me sad. Not because the Quest isn't great, but because they're both really good looking, and I can only imagine how good looking they would be normally. Like Arkham Shadow was able to
like
let you
budget.
Yeah,
Graphical power
because
running
these are huge budget games, because Quest was just going nuts with it all. But it's on mobile only hardware, so that doesn't help. But this game lets you be Batman, lets you glide around and do all this shit, and you never feel sick. Just very not normal for VR. Any jumping, any flying, any falling in VR, you normally feel terrible. But they figured out a way to smooth it all out, giving you a full-on 100% Batman Arkham game with combat that even feels like it, where you're punching the circles in the Batman way at the right time, or going crazy if they're stun people. Like, it was an awesome, awesome game. Please put it out in full on PC. Though I'm guessing they only made the assets for Quest, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
I just saw a really charming story. Sorry to go back to Silk Song very briefly. But there's a whole channel on YouTube. I just saw Rebecca Valentine from IGN posted this. A whole channel dedicated to bringing you daily Hollow Knight Silk Song views. They have made 1.6 thousand videos. They have 236,000 subscribers, and their thumbnails were basically daily news day 1,688. And if there was news, it got a mate, and it was news : no. News, maybe. News, yes! And then the last video is up today. It's already got 10,000 views. Daily news, day 1,693, the end. Go play Silk Song. I mean, it's very cool. I mean, the Team Cherry, 3 guys, you said, right? A team of 3. Is that right?
It was. I don't know if it is again here, but it definitely was.
To produce something that inspires so much passion from a community of folks, it's got to feel pretty amazing. Do you know what I mean? Like, and to finally have it out and just it's out, we've done it. Like, congrats to that team, man. Like, to produce this kind of like dedication is so adorably brilliant. That's a feel good story. I think I just love.
Footage on Xbox Showcase, first news in a long time. Really?
Yeah. Last couple of news stories now. TSMC is raising foundry prices by 5 to 10% across advanced nodes in 2026.
Do we still think that PlayStation 6 and its portable will be unbelievably cheap, according to Moore's Law is dead? Because he's always been right about PlayStation hardware.
Yeah. This is coming from Digitimes Asia. And yeah, price is going up.
They have a monopoly. Great. No one can do what they do. So they can charge what they want. And they probably only haven't gone crazy with their prices simply because they don't have to. They've got enough to fill their capacity. Oh, Oreo's back in his box. This is where he is most days, all day. This is my Odyssey Maxwell Violet Xbox headset box that I got 3 years ago for these. And I've never been able to throw that box away. He has literally been in that box almost, if not every day, since I got it.
Oh, I've just got a little Boots here coming to say hello, being super adorable and great. Yeah. Oh, right.
Monopolies. Actual monopolies.
Last news story of the day comes from Tom Henderson, I believe, over at Insider Gaming with an exclusive. Wolverine, Insomniac's next Marvel game, is likely to be at the next PlayStation State of Play.
Wasn't it always the next game? Supposedly
no, it was meant to be Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, it was the Spider-Man Venom.
Multiplayer.
No, the Venom spinoff, because they're only allowed to do Marvel for the rest of the time.
Yeah, lucky you, Insomniac. But yeah, Insider Gaming sources have revealed that Wolverine is ready to be shown off for the first time officially since the 2021 PlayStation Showcase. According to the sources who wish to remain anonymous as they couldn't talk about company plans, PlayStation is currently planning its next State of Play event towards the end of September. Other sources revealed that Insomniac Games' Wolverine is almost certainly going to be at the event as the production of its next trailer has been completed. If the game, here come the caveats. If the game doesn't appear at State of Play, then the trailer will undoubtedly be released in the next few months, with the Game Awards being the next likely
your headline says.
Candidate. Well, there
you
go. I mean,
it says likely, but then it immediately. He knows better than Nick. He immediately caveats.
Yeah. Do you think that this is a 2026 game?
I hope so. I don't know what else they'd have.
Yeah. Maybe you're right.
No, I mean, they've been in a big reset at a lot of their places. Haven's game doesn't seem to be going well. Fair Games lost its lead, design lead, I think, or game lead.
Not a good sign.
No. They got Ghost Yote coming soon, which I'm sure will be real good and do very well. But outside of that, it's Marathon. Supposedly the God of War 2D spin-off game that Nick and Grub have talked about would presumably be next year. That will be the show again. So having another big tentpole, you would imagine they want at least one. Like, they're going to make $1 bajillion off of GTA 6. So it's not dire. They're going to make more money than ever next year thanks to GTA. Outside of that, it wouldn't hurt for them to have some big exclusive in their mind to try and keep sales up to snuff with PS4. Because while I don't think they're looking to do more than last gen, they still definitely want to keep up with last gen. GTA 6 will probably have them fly way above it for a while. So they'll be fine. And if it can be, this will be. I don't think it's... a lot of people are like, oh, they haven't had anything. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They made more money than ever. It's like we always said, and we were serious, like, the first party isn't that important. It's a third-party box. with good first party that supplements it, not the other way around.
How things have changed. All right. That's it. That's all the news. One last thing from us before we close out for the day. Friendly reminder that Indiana Jones DLC, or Order of the Giants, for those of you not playing Silksong, aka me, is out now. It's out and available in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, sorry.
Oh, wow,
12
liar.
minutes. Yep. I'm going to be checking that out. If I can get the time and no live fit tomorrow, I will try and bring a review. No
As Trav
promises,
would
though.
say, if you can get the part-time.
Yeah, but, like... Shut up, Trav. Elsewhere, we will have a little review in progress from me for a game that is also arriving on Xbox today. I think it will drop in a couple of hours, even though it's already out to get now, which is Void Crew, not to be confused with Void Breakers. Void Crew is a 1 to 6 player cooperative.
Or Void Train, which is also coming to Game Pass eventually.
Yeah. It's a 1 to 6 player cooperative spaceship roguelite game. And I have been checking it out with my multiplayer crew over the last week where possible. And I've put together a little review in progress. Why is it a review in progress? Look forward to watching and reading. And it's mostly centered around, it's really hard to get 6 people together for multiple hours across multiple evenings when it's not their job. It's just mine. So big thank you to the folks that did come and join me.
Funny thing, Abdul, the Helldivers 2 review completely died. Didn't even hit 50K. It's just the way it goes. You hit that train, you go up, and then once the train stops, it literally stops. From like 300 views an hour to 3.
Yeah.
Still almost got to, it'll get to 50K. Almost. It's like my my preview on Delicious Last Course for Cuphead. 94,000 views in one day, and it's gotten maybe 200 since.
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all about what's going on at the time, really. Yep. And I'm just responding to the question in the chat. Somar in the chat, welcome to the channel. I don't think I've seen your name before, but welcome to the best Xbox independent outlet out there. Do we all do interviews? Do we know what happened with Monolith? We do interviews. I do not know what happened with Monolith. Has something happened?
Somar also posted on Sunday in Amanda stream. That was the first time I'd ever seen him. Hello.
Nice. Well, welcome to all the newbies. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way out, because that is the end of the show. Nick is back on Saturday. I am out for the XboxEra podcast on Saturday. It is my partner and I's 3rd anniversary. And we're out for dinner.
The aluminum anniversary, or like scrap metal anniversary?
I don't know what one it is.
Nick, it's really weird that Nick and his wife do all that stuff, and he doesn't seem like the type.
He doesn't seem like the type, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe his wife really is.
Yes, probably. Would Nick do that stuff on his own?
It'll be
Questions
Nick,
would be
myself, and Bearded John, a.k.a. Ursel. Or, as many in the chat say, Better John. I don't know why they say that. I don't agree.
Abdul, yes, I was married. That relationship ended 4 years ago. And it just took a very long time for all the legalities and financial stuff to be sorted out.
What do you mean? She's a sweetheart. So great to deal with.
Ugh.
All right, and that's the end of the show. We will see you Saturday for the XboxEra podcast and be back next Tuesday for the next episode of Headlines.
In a nutshell, it's going to be great. See you later, everyone.
Bye-bye.